Peace be upon you, dear students. I hope you are all doing good. So I want you to open your students' book, Unit 11, Lesson 6. The Amazing Escape. Look at the photographs. What was the amazing escape? So we want to know what is the meaning of this title. The first photo. There is a ship and some ice. The second one, many people are pulling a boat. Let's listen and read together.
Listening 80. Listen and read.
The Amazing Escape. Ernest Shackleton was a famous explorer. He wanted to explore Antarctica, and in August 1914 he left England. His crew of 28 men sailed on the ship the Endurance to the South Atlantic Ocean and then towards Antarctica. Almost one day's journey from their destination, the ship stopped because of the thick ice. So the crew had to wait on the ship for the ice to melt. But as the ice melted, the ship started to break. The crew left the ship and camped on the frozen ocean. Eventually, the Endurance sank. After months of living on the broken ice, the men could sail to land in their lifeboats. They landed on Elephant Island in April 1915. Shackleton decided to find help. He made one of the most dangerous journeys ever when he tried to return to the island of South Georgia. He and 5 other men survived storms and waves of 16 meters in one lifeboat. On landing, Shackleton and 2 men had to climb for 36 hours to find help. It took a further 3 months to rescue Shackleton's men from Elephant Island, but amazingly, all 22 men survived.
So The Amazing Escape is a story that talks about a famous explorer. His name is Ernest Shackleton. He left England towards Antarctica. The name of the ship was Endurance. Then the ship stopped and couldn't move anymore, and the crew left the ship. Then they went to an island. The name of this island is the Elephant Island. And Ernest decided to find help, so he went with other 5 men to find the help. The other 22 were waiting. And this story has a happy ending in which all of them survived. So after listening and reading the story, now let's move to task number 3. Underline these words in the text, guess their meanings, and then check them in the workbook, dictionary. So let's read the words together. Explorer, melt, frozen, sink, lifeboat, survive, storm, wave, rescue. You need to underline these words in the text. Try to find them. Now, let's tell the meanings of these words. Explorer. Explorer is a noun. A person who spends their life traveling to parts of the world that people don't know about. You can find this in your workbooks, page 133. The second word is melt. Melt is a verb. It means when ice melts, it changes to water. You can find this in your workbooks, page 134. The third word is frozen. It's an adjective. When water is frozen, it has changed to ice. You can find this meaning in your workbook, page 133. Sink. It's a verb. It means when a ship sinks, it goes down under the water. You can find this meaning in your workbook, page 136. Lifeboat. It's a noun. A small boat kept on a ship for use in emergency. Survive. It's a verb. It means to stay alive when something very dangerous happens. You can find this meaning on your workbook, page 137. Storm is a noun. It means strong changes in the weather, like wind, thunder, rain or snow. Wave is a noun. An example of this is the wave of the sea. Rescue. It's a verb. It means to take someone away from a dangerous place to a safe place. You can find this meaning on your workbook, page 136. I want you to learn these words very well and know their meaning. And now, let's move to activity number 4. Read again and put the sentences in the correct order. So we are going to read the text again, but before this, let's read the sentences we have. A. Most of the crew stayed on Elephant Island. B. The Endurance left England. C. The ship couldn't move in the ice and later sank. D. All the men from Elephant Island were rescued. E. Shackleton and 5 men went to South Georgia. Now, we will listen for one more time and try to read together, and then we will put these sentences in the correct order.
Listening 80. Listen and read.
The amazing escape. Ernest Shackleton was a famous explorer. He wanted to explore Antarctica, and in August 1914 he left England. His crew of 28 men sailed on the ship the Endurance to the South Atlantic Ocean and then towards Antarctica. Almost 1 day's journey from their destination, the ship stopped because of the thick ice. So the crew had to wait on the ship for the ice to melt. But as the ice melted, the ship started to break. The crew left the ship and camped on the frozen ocean. Eventually, the Endurance sank. After months of living on the broken ice, the men could sail to land in their lifeboats. They landed on Elephant Island in April 1915. Shackleton decided to find help. He made one of the most dangerous journeys ever when he tried to return to the island of South Georgia. He and 5 other men survived storms and waves of 16 meters in one lifeboat. On landing, Shackleton and 2 men had to climb for 36 hours to find help. It took a further 3 months to rescue Shackleton's men from Elephant Island, but amazingly, all 22 men survived.
Now, let's put these sentences in their correct order. The first one is already done for us, which is B. The Endurance left England. The Endurance is the name of the ship. Number 1. Number 2 is sentence C. The ship couldn't move in the ice and later sank. Number 3 is sentence A. Most of the crew stayed on Elephant Island. Number 4 is sentence E. Shackleton and 5 men went to South Georgia. Number 5 is sentence D. All of the men from Elephant Island were rescued. The right order is 3, 1, 2, 5, and 4. Now, let's move to your workbooks. I want you to open page 83. Reading. Task number 1. Order the letters and write the words. Here we have 8 sentences. We're going to read them and try to guess these words in brackets. The first one is done. People need this gas to live. It's oxygen. The second one. Ice cream on a hot day. So what happens to ice cream on a hot day? It melts. The word here is melt. M-E-L-T. Number 3. A long and difficult journey. Expedition. E-X-P-E-D-I-T-I-O-N. Number 4. The top of the mountain is summit. So when we say the summit of the mountain, it means the top of the mountain. Number 5. When the river turns to ice, it is frozen. F-R-O-Z-E-N. I missed saying the spelling of sentence 4, which is summit. It's S-U-M-M-I-T. Now, let's move to number 6. The height of Mount Everest is 8,848 meters. So the missing word here is height. It's H-E-I-G-H-T. Number 7. You can find this on a map. Its location. L-O-C-A-T-I-O-N. Last one, number 8. You need diving equipment to dive under the sea. Equipment is E-Q-U-I-P-M-E-N-T. Task number 2 is going to be your homework. Try to use these words and put them in the right place here. The first one is done for you. Try to do the rest of them. Take care and good luck.